Welcome to BB Outdoors. In this series, I'm catching every species of fish in Ohio on hook and line. Thanks for tuning in as I bring you the rich aquatic biodiversity of Ohio to your YouTube feed by displaying all 181 species of fish found in the state. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of BB Outdoors. This video I shot yesterday. I shot an intro when I was out there on the water, but it didn't really end up applying to the video that I ended up making, so I'm going to shoot one now for you. So this video that you're about to see, it was a beautiful spring day. Yesterday was April 2nd, 2026. Got up into the high 80s, like 86, 87. Wonderful day to be outside. My goal was to go out and target a bunch of spawning fish, which is exactly what I did. I was able to add 2 new species to my challenge of trying to catch every species of fish in Ohio. Both of them were really cool, and I'm glad to keep filling that species chart out. So please enjoy the video. One thing to keep in mind, I'm going to be putting, for every species I caught, there's going to be a number in the top left corner because I caught a ton of species for the day. So just for my personal edification and for you keeping track, you can see how many species it's possible to catch in one day in, one creek system in Southwest Ohio. Oh, big stone rollers in here. That's good. That's what I was looking for, was this. It was a deep pool like this. And there are a bunch of big stone rollers down there. And they look hungry. I feel like we're about to add this new species here. Oh, come on, stone roller. Oh, that's just a creek chub, or that's a Pimaphallus actually. A little blunt nose. I don't need that one. I already got plenty of those. And another. This is just a big creek chub. Again, don't need that one. I already got that species. Come on, there we go. But we are looking for the stone roller, the Campostoma animalum. Well, he had it for a second. Oh, get it. Got him. Got him. New species, all right. All right, first new species of the day. Let's get them in the photo tank. Oh, beautiful. Been forever since I caught one of these guys. And da-da-da-da. Bow. There we go. That is species number 35, the central stone roller. Well, here we have it. The first new species of the trip. And what a beautiful species it is. This is the central stone roller, the Campostoma animalum. And it's species number 35 for me, which is awesome. This is a breeding male, and you can see in the photos, but I'll put it up here. He has those tubercles on his head. Now, stone rollers, central stone rollers, why are they called central stone rollers? They're called central stone rollers because this time of year, springtime, spawning time, these fish will roll big stones, kind of like Nacomid species and chub species do when they make their nests, right? They're not mound builders in an exclusive sense, but they're always moving these little pebbles to make their nests in which they spawn. You can always find them in, well, not always, but you can generally find them in these very deep, clear pools of creeks around here. onto why they're called Campostoma anomalum, right? So Campostoma, right, they have the mouth, they have that bended mouth. They're part of the Catostomidae family, so they're suckers, really. They're like a white sucker, or a northern hog sucker. Like I've actually caught northern hog suckers for this channel before. Anomalum, though, that's the interesting part here. Why are they called anomalum, right? Anomaly, what makes them an anomaly? Etymologists aren't really sure why they're called the anomalum. Maybe because they look different than most other species of suckers. Maybe because their mouth is a weird shape, but they're called the Campostoma anomalum, and from my research, nobody can tell why they're an anomaly. Either way, a little blurb on the central stone roller, species number 35. We're going to get some photographs of this guy, put him on the board, and try to get some more species. Alright, the beautiful specimen of a central stone roller. Let's get him released back into his little pool here so we can get back to spawning. They get a lot bigger than that. That one was kind of a small specimen, probably his first year breeding. But either way, very, very cool. Oh, there we go, darter. What do we got? What do we got? Nope, you're not going anywhere. Let's put them in the photo tank, see what we got. I don't know. Whatever it is a female. So hard to tell. If I had to guess, that's a female rainbow. She's full of eggs. So not a new species. But it is a nice little darter. Not a new species, so we got to keep going though. Got him. Ooh, okay, beautiful orange throat. It's not a new species, but let's get you guys to show you a view of this absolutely gorgeous, colorful fish. Check out how beautiful that fish is. That's the Ethiostoma spectabile, the orange throat darter. Beautiful colors. I love the neon oranges and blues on that guy. Caught many of those. They're probably the second most common darter in the area. But they are gorgeous. Never tire about catching those. New species or not, those are always a treat. Alright, well, we are off from the first creek, and now we are to a much larger creek, and hoping to get into some new species. But we will see. This creek is much larger. Definitely not totally wadeable like the other one was. But we're going to see what we can get. Hoping for maybe a white sucker, maybe a moxostoma, and you know there's going to be some microfishing involved. That's something. Whoa! And it is a big striped shiner, the Luxillus cornutus. Look at that. Or sorry, Luxillus chrysocephalus. My bad. Right. Oh, there we go. Back in the water. Quick release. That was one of the biggest striped shiners I've ever caught. There are some large ones in here, that's for sure. Species I already have though, so definitely not one we're looking to catch. But can't say I'm upset. We need the suckers though. We're here looking mostly for suckers. We are chasing a suck right now. Oh, what we got? Little shiner. A little Natropus. And like all Natropids, I'm gonna have to just take a little bit of a closer look at this one to determine exactly what it is. So it's no secret that on this channel, just in my life as a multi-species lifeless angler, the bane of my existence is identifying Natropids. I've talked about my hatred for nootropids on this channel before, but they are notoriously kind of hard to difficult, so I'm actually going to consult my reference book. And when it comes to the species challenge of catching every fish in Ohio, these nootropids are going to be the death of me. And some nootropis that I'm not going to mess with right now. So it's kind of a running theme with this challenge that I really, really dislike identifying nootropids, because they are very similar a lot of the time. And we have a ton of different nootropids and a ton that I'm going to have to catch for my species challenge. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, catching that nootropis, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a nootropis. Kind of a throwaway, right? A little 30-second clip, I didn't really think much of it. But I did take pictures because I challenged myself to try to identify the nootropids I catch, even though it's difficult. This ended up paying off, because when I took this picture, I looked at it and I was like, wow, what is this? What is this? And it came down to two options, both of which would be new species for me. The sand shiner, the Nootropis stremoneus, or the mimic shiner, the Nootropis volucellus. To figure out exactly which one it is, I had to get really, really anal with it. Literally, I had to zoom in on one of the pictures I took and count the anal fin rays of this fish. 9, I can't remember exactly what it is. If it's 9 or 7 makes it a sand shiner, but 8 anal fin rays means it's a mimic shiner. It's actually caught a little bit outside of the normal range for a mimic shiner. They're really common in the Lake Erie Basin, a couple creeks on the Great Miami, but I don't know if they'd been documented in this creek system before. But I actually had it confirmed by the Facebook NANFA, North American Native Fish Association. Brian Zimmerman himself, the guy that literally wrote the book, concurred with my assessment as a mimic shiner, Nootropis volucellus, which Nootropis is keel-backed, which I'm not even going to get into the whole etymology thing of Nootropis versus Panatrophis and all that, and they're trying to, I'm not even going to get into it. To me, they're all nootropids, but Nootropid, keelback, volucellus. So Nootropis volucellus, the mimic shiner, is species number 36. Well, not what we were looking for. I hope that camera actually caught that, but yeah, I just had a big smallie follow in that worm that I was trying to catch a sucker with, and that smallie went right for it, followed it all the way in. Come on. Alright, I'm standing in the middle of the water, so I can't put anything down. Alright. Not what we were looking for. Today's a multi-species day, but let's let them go. Nice little smallmouth bass, the Micropterus stolomio. Oh, little spot fin shiner here. Cyprinella spiloptera decided to show up. Now, he wasn't scared of me standing in the river here, but another little beautiful little fish. And again, a species we already have. But I won't turn down a catch. Oh, there's some darter. Little one. I think that is just another female rainbow. Nice size, but not a new species. Now this is the point where new darter species become harder and harder to find, because we've got all the easy ones already. So now we gotta find the rare ones, and the fact that they're rare makes them hard to find. So We're gonna keep going. I got about another hour left. We're gonna see if we can get any micros or something. The suckers really have not been cooperating today, so we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Got one. What is this? Fantail? Yeah, I think that's a... Is that a fantail? I don't know. That kind of looks like a slenderhead almost. I thought at first this might be a slenderhead, but looking at it, I think it's just a fantail. The Ethiostoma flabellare. Not nearly as cool, and not a new species, but again, can't complain about catching a different species for today. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know the microfishing, micro species, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I added 2 more species to the species challenge. We're at 36, keeping on, trying to plug away at that 181. That's how you build it, brick by brick. And this challenge is taking about as long as I expected. I mean, it's going to go for years at this point, but once I have that full board finished out, it is going to be a major accomplishment. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning along. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next couple of videos. I got a lot of kayak bass fishing tournaments coming up, so hope you enjoy.